Through the eyes of Jehovah, the Creator of heaven and earth, and illuminated by his inspired word, we are reminded of a profound truth. The treasures of this world are fleeting, vulnerable to time, decay, and theft. Yet there exists a treasure of incomparable value. Treasures in heaven, imperishable and eternal. Jesus, the beloved Son of God, spoke of this heavenly wealth, urging us to shift our focus away from material gain and toward acts of love, generosity, and faithfulness. He taught, "Stop storing up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust consume and where thieves break in and steal. Rather, store up for yourselves treasures in heaven." Matthew 6:19 and 20. But what does it mean to store up heavenly treasures? It means following Christ's example, feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, comforting the sick, and welcoming the stranger. It means giving selflessly, not out of abundance, but from the heart, trusting that Jehovah sees and rewards every act of mercy. As Jesus said to the rich man, "Go, sell your belongings and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven, and come be my follower." Matthew 19:21. This is a call to live with purpose, to pursue a life of spiritual wealth that transcends the temporary pleasures of this world. Let us examine our hearts. Where is our treasure? Where is our focus? This video will explore how we can align our lives with Jehovah's perfect will, seeking not the food that perishes, but the eternal joy and reward that come from doing his work. For as Paul reminded Timothy, tell them to work at good, to be rich in fine works, to be generous, ready to share, safely treasuring up for themselves a fine foundation for the future, so that they may get a firm hold on the real life. 1 Timothy 6:18 and 19. Together, let us uncover the lasting riches of heaven and lay hold of the real life that Jehovah has lovingly prepared for those who trust in him. Stop storing up for yourselves treasures on the earth, where moth and rust consume and where thieves break in and steal. Rather, store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust consumes and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Matthew chapter 6, verses 20 and 21. Jesus said to him, "If you want to be perfect, go sell your belongings and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come be my follower." Matthew chapter 19, verse 21. Then the king will say to those on the right, "Come you who have been blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the founding of the world." Matthew chapter 25, verse 34. For I became hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you received me hospitably. Naked, and you clothed me. I fell sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you visited me. Matthew chapter 25, verses 35 and 36. Jesus looked at him and felt love for him and said, "One thing is missing about you. Go sell what things you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven, and come be my follower." Mark chapter 10, verse 21. So it goes for the man who stores up treasure for himself, but is not rich toward God. Luke chapter 12, verse 21. Sell your belongings and give gifts of mercy. Make money pouches that do not wear out, a never-failing treasure in the heavens, where no thief gets near and no moth consumes. For where your treasure is, there your hearts will be also. Luke chapter 12, verses 33 and 34. Make friends for yourselves by means of the unrighteous riches, so that when such fail, they may receive you into the everlasting dwelling places. Luke chapter 16, verse 9. Jesus said to him, "There is still one thing lacking about you. Sell all the things you have and distribute the proceeds to the poor, and you will have treasure in the heavens. And come be my follower." Luke chapter 18, verse 22. Work not for the food that perishes, but for the food that remains for everlasting life. John chapter 6, verse 27. Instruct those who are rich in the present system of things not to be arrogant, and to place their hope not on uncertain riches, but on God, who richly provides us with all the things we enjoy. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. Tell them to work at good, to be rich in fine works, to be generous, ready to share, safely treasuring up for themselves a fine foundation for the future, so that they may get a firm hold on the real life. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 18 and 19. As we come to the end of this journey, let us reflect on the timeless wisdom of Jehovah, the only true God, and the words of his Son, Jesus Christ. Life is fleeting, and the treasures of this world are but a vapor subject to decay, theft, and loss. But treasures in heaven, those eternal rewards found in acts of faith, love, and obedience, are unshakable and everlasting. Jesus lovingly invites us to step away from earthly distractions and focus on what truly matters. As he said, "Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Matthew 6:21. So where is your heart? Are you seeking treasures that glorify God, caring for the needy and walking in his ways? Jehovah sees every act of mercy, generosity, and devotion. He assures us that when we store up treasures in heaven, we are building a foundation for eternal joy and a firm hold on the real life. Come, you who have been blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the founding of the world. Matthew 25:34. This is the true wealth, serving others, reflecting God's love, and following Christ's example. Do not labor for food that perishes, but for the everlasting life Jehovah offers to those who place their hope in him. As you leave this video, consider how you can begin or continue storing up treasures in heaven. Whether through generosity, kindness, or sharing the message of God's kingdom, every small act done with faith will echo in eternity. May Jehovah guide you, bless you, and strengthen your resolve to seek his will above all else. Thank you for watching, and may your life be rich toward God now and forevermore.